Hello, I'm Brian Painter of the Oklahoman, and today I'm joined by musician Kyle Dillingham. Kyle is a musician with incredible talent and incredible passion, and he and the group Horseshoe Road have been selected for a world tour that starts next month, I believe.
Yeah.
And if you would, kind of tell me about the selection process and what this means to you.
Yeah, well, the U.S. State Department does a program called American Music Abroad. It's a touring program intended to take American artists of all different kinds overseas to other countries and exposing particularly the more rural and hidden away audiences of those countries to American music, American culture, and hopefully American goodwill, promoting good relations between our countries. So it's a pretty rigorous audition process. It was a very complex application, particularly not just looking at what you do musically, but what are your experiences sort of as a diplomat, and sort of getting into you personally and your philosophies about your music. And was very excited when my band Horseshoe Road was selected for the first round. And we were then in St. Louis for a live audition and interview process with the State Department. And it was one of these things, these moments that was, being there and hearing the other groups, that I thought, wow, there's some really great groups. I mean, you sometimes can be sort of in isolation and begin thinking that you're the only fish in the sea, but there's plenty of good musicians out there. And was very happy to get the news that we were selected. We were one of the top 10 that were actually selected out of over 300 that applied for the 12-13 tour program. So it was the kind of questions were asked. Imagine you're going to be somewhere in the Middle East, and you're sent to a classroom of kids that are learning to play music, and they don't speak any English. And how are you going to go into that room? What are you going to do? And I said, well, the very first thing I would do is I would just try to make a connection. I would try to play just a little bit of music that they might be familiar with. I said, this will mean something to these kids. This will mean something to these kids. And it'll be a point of connection that they can then enter into seeing who we are and what we're going to do in a different light.
So you're going to let the music speak the language that you can't.
Right. Exactly. And I think it, when I travel, and I've had a chance to perform in over 30 countries. I've sort of lost track. I think it's 33 or 34 countries. I always realize that if you can try to play something that will be recognizable to a people, something from their culture, something of their musical background, that it creates an ease. It makes them feel a little more at ease and a little more comfortable with whatever else it is that you might present.